Good morning, BOMIS! Long time no see. 안녕하세요, konnichiwa, and guten morgen. What are you doing, Danuja?
Trying to speak in sign language. I just wonder how the world would be without any language. Wouldn't it be exciting?
Well, language is a medium of communication that helps us express our emotions and thoughts very clearly.
So you mean language is the blood circulation for communication?
Right. And you know what? Over 3,000 languages exist in this world. Isn't that crazy?
And that's what brings us this day to celebrate.
Absolutely.
We humbly extend a warm welcome to everyone present here on this marvelous event of Reader's Deck, a day that marks the celebration of English Language Day and Multilingual Day. Moving on, let's dive into the world full of language and know more about it from Sujay and Navneet.
English language is known worldwide from all languages that were collide. English is known everywhere. It is great to use anywhere.
Upholding English to everyone, speaking in English is very fun. Don't be shy and show your greatness. Use it when showing competitiveness.
Speaking English in English is as good as gold. The language of English we need to uphold. It's very fun when you come to think of it, when you're with your friends who also loves it.
When you go to any country, this is the language of everybody. Being expressed in different place, different accents on different place.
English language is my proficiency. Never be shy and express it freely. Just be confident and you will be okay. Uphold English proficiency and have a great day. Thank you.
Thank you.
Wow, that was a super fabulistic, expeditious performance.
What does that mean?
Oh, breathe. It just means fantastic.
I thought it must be the longest word in English, thank God.
No. The longest word in English is pneumonia microscopic silicovolcanoconiosis.
Are you fine? You want some water?
No. I'm fine. And now here comes Grahesh to share some facts about the English language with us.
Good morning, everyone. I, Grahesh from 10th Alpha, would like to tell you some fun facts. I am is the shortest non-elliptical complete sentence in the English language. A pangram sentence is that one contains every letter in the language. For example, the sentence, the quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog is a pangram. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious is not the longest word in English. The extra long word that approximately means fantastic was popularized by the movie Mary Poppins and was eventually added to the dictionary. There are ghost words that mean nothing. Believe it or not, there are some words that appear in the dictionary because of the printing error. The non-existing word Dodd appeared in the dictionary for 8 years in the mid-20th century. It became to be known as a ghost word. The shortest, oldest, and most commonly used word is I. English is the language of the air. This means that all pilots have to identify themselves and speak in English while flying, regardless of their origin. William Shakespeare, an English playwright, poet, and actor, widely regarded as the greatest writer in English and the world's greatest dramatist, invented many words, almost 1,700 words, such as birthplace, blushing, undress, torture, and many more. The phrase long time no see grammatically is not correct and is believed to be a literal translation of the Native American and Chinese phrase. The closest living language to English today is Frisian. Frisian is a language currently spoken in just 3 small states, Germany and the Netherlands. There's a name for words that we often repeat. Words we always use, though they add no meaning or value to a sentence, are called crutch words. For example, in this sentence, then I was like, oh my God. Then like he went there, actually, I didn't know. It's a pretty obvious that like is a crutch word. Actually, honestly, and basically are also known as some of the crutch words. Thank you.
Thank you, Grahesh, for sharing such interesting fun facts and enlightening us.
Now let us invite Mokshita to share the importance of Reader's Deck.
Good morning, one and all present here. Esteemed Principal Ma'am, Vice Principal Ma'am, respected teachers, and my dear friends. I am Mokshita Rao from 10 Epsilon. Today, I stand before you to celebrate an occasion that bridges the gap between language and literature. The Reader's Deck. This day holds special significance as it coincides with the birthday of the legendary playwright William Shakespeare. While we commemorate his life and works, let's delve into why this celebration matters. As many of you know, William Shakespeare's original birthday falls on April 23rd. However, we honor him today because his influence on the English language and world literature is immeasurable. His words have echoed through centuries, touching hearts and minds across cultures. Some of his iconic plays and sonnets that continue to captivate readers and audiences alike: Romeo and Juliet, Hamlet, Macbeth, Othello, King Lear, A Midsummer Night's Dream, and The Tempest. Our school celebrates the Reader's Deck to enrich our understanding of English. Through engaging activities, discussions, and literary explorations, we enhance our language skills. Whether it's analyzing a sonnet, unraveling a plot twist, or discussing themes, the Reader's Deck fosters our love for words. In conclusion, let us raise our metaphorical quills to William Shakespeare, the master of language and imagination. May the Reader's Deck continue to inspire generations, just as his timeless work have inspired. Thank you, Principal Ma'am, Vice Principal Ma'am, and teachers for this wonderful opportunity. Let us embrace the magic of words and celebrate the legacy of Bard. Thank you.
Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear. Fuzzy Wuzzy has no hair. Fuzzy Wuzzy isn't Fuzzy Wuzzy. क्या आपको एक मजेदार नाटक देखना चाहता है? They say that laughter is the best medicine. So we're prescribing you a dose full of giggles, chuckles, and belly laughs.
So, no need to go to the hospital. We'll save a lot of money. Never mind.
Okay, anyways, so without worrying about the side effects, let us invite our grade 7 and 8 students to take the stage and rock it like the stars they are.
Hey Alex, what are you doing?
Can't you see I'm eating a piece of cake?
I can see that. Well, talking about cake, I remembered an idiom, a piece of cake.
Oh, I love cake, but what does that have to do with anything?
It means something that's really easy to do, Emily.
Oh, something really easy, like eating a piece of cake. I can do that.
No, Alex, it means to do something which is really easy, not literally eating a piece of cake.
Oh, okay, so like solving a problem.
Exactly, Emily. It's like when the teacher says the test is a piece of cake.
Got it. If someone says us to hit the books, do we really hit them?
No, Alex, it means to study hard.
Alex, you're taking idioms way too literally.
Oh, I think I get it now. When they say raining cats and dogs, it really doesn't rain animals, right?
Exactly, Emily. It just means it rains really hard.
Well, this has been enlightening, but I think we should head back to class now.
Sure thing. Time to hit the books. Practically speaking.
Oh, Alex.
Thanks for explaining, everyone. I'll try to remember not to take idioms way too literally next time.
No problem, Emily. Let's go. Here's the test.
That was a brilliant performance. Put your hands together, everyone.
Mrudula, I have a question for you.
What is it? Tell me.
What is the difference between a cat and a comma?
Ah, this is a good one. One has class at the end of its pass. The other is a pass at the end of a class.
Go slow, let them understand. Tell it slowly again.
Okay. O-N-E-1, H-A-S has.
Stop.
Why did you stop me? You tell then.
Fine. One has clause at the end of its pause, whereas the other is a pause at the end of a clause.
Well, it was a good one. At least it was good for us.
Okay. Moving on in the echoes of history's voice, the ballad waves tales of courage and the timeless struggles we all face.
With that beautiful line being said, let's welcome the grade 5 and 6 to perform an enchanting ballet that will mesmerize you.
The ballet's ending wraps up beautifully, leaving us with a warm feeling.
Now we step into the world of ancient Rome to follow Marcus Brutus, played by Salem. We'll see him face tough choices about loyalty and leadership in Shakespeare's Julius Caesar. Join us as we uncover what drives him and where his true allegiances lie.
The tragedy of Julius Caesar, often abbreviated as Julius Caesar, is a historical play and tragedy by William Shakespeare, first performed in 1599. In the play, Brutus joins a conspiracy led by Cassius to assassinate Julius Caesar to prevent him from becoming a tyrant. Caesar's right-hand man, Antony, stirs up hostility against the conspirators and Rome becomes embroiled in a dramatic civil war. Brutus was a member of the Roman oligarchic class, which saw Caesar, a popularis, as a threat to their interests. Brutus genuinely believed that Caesar was a threat to the Roman Republic and wanted to go down in history as a hero and liberator of Rome. Brutus tells that he killed Caesar because he had become ambitious and wanted to be the king of Rome. He killed Caesar for the betterment of Rome, and he was also ready to lay down his life for his country. He honored Caesar as long as he was a heroic person, but when he became ambitious, he killed him.
People of Rome, countrymen, lovers, hear me for my cause that you may hear, believe me for my honor that you may believe. If any in this assembly, any dear friend of Caesar, is no less than of mine, censure me in your wisdom and awake your senses that you might be the better judge. If that friend demand why Brutus rose against Caesar, this is my answer. Not that Brutus loves Caesar less, but Brutus loves Rome more. As Caesar loved me, I weep for him. As he was fortunate, I rejoice at it. As he was valiant, I honor him. But as he was ambitious, I slew him. There is a tear for his love, a valor for his honor, and death for his ambition. Who is here so vile that does not love his country I have offended? I pause for a reply. Then none have I offended. Who is here so vile that being a bondman doesn't love Rome enough? So tell me, people of Rome, had you rather Caesar were alive and die all slaves, than Caesar were dead and live all freemen? With this I depart, as I killed my best friend for the good of Rome. I have done no more to Caesar than you shall do to Brutus. I have the same dagger stored with me, when the time shall come when my country needs my death. And with this I depart.
Your portrayal was exploring themes of honor and loyalty with sincerity and depth. Thank you for bringing Shakespeare's most famous character back to life so vividly. So everyone, I have a question for you. What do you think the next performance is going to be?
Seriously, how will they know, Tanuja? To telepathy? We have the script. Give them a hint.
Fine, here's one for you. All world's a stage, and men, women, merely players. They have their exit and entrances, and one man in his time plays many parts. Any guesses as to who quoted these lines?
Well, thank you for answering. Moving on, here we have students of grade 9 and 10 presenting the famous Shakespeare's play, The Merchant of Venice. The important themes of this play are money, the significance of wealth, and how it can affect people and relationships. Justice, the idea of what is fair, and how this can differ person to person. Love, family relationships, and the love between friends is featured in this play.
Scene 1. Antonio, a Venetian merchant, has invested all his wealth in trading expeditions. Bassanio, his friend and kinsman, asks him for money to go to Belmont, where Bassanio hopes to marry the heiress Portia. Antonio gives Bassanio permission to borrow the money on Antonio's credit.
What lady is the same to whom you promised a secret pilgrimage that you promised to tell me of today?
Tis not unknown to you, Antonio, how much I have disabled mine estate. To you, Antonio, I owe the most, in money and in love, and from your love I have a warranty to unburden all my plots and how to get clear of all the debts I owe.
Let me know. My purse, my person, and all my extremest means lie unlocked to your occasions.
In Belmont there is a lady, richly left, and she is fair, and fairer than that word of wondrous virtues. Sometimes from her eyes I did receive some fair speechless messages. Oh, Antonio, had I but the means to hold a rival place with the suitors, I should questionably be fortunate.
You knowest all my fortunes are at sea. Go forth and try what my credit can do in Venice, to furnish thee to Belmont, to fair Portia.
Scene 2. In Venice, Bassanio goes to Shylock, a Jewish moneylender, to borrow in Antonio's name 3,000 ducats. Shylock hates Antonio but agrees to lend the money provided that Antonio signs a bond to yield a pound of his own flesh if he is unable to repay the loan on time. Shylock insists that the bond is kind of a joke, a merry bond. Bassanio distrusts Shylock, but Antonio, confident of the success of his trading expeditions, agrees to sign the bond.
3,000 ducats, well?
I so, for 3 months.
For 3 months.
For which I told you Antonio shall be bound.
He is a good man. My meaning in saying he's a good man is to have him understand me that he is sufficient. He had many ventures squandered abroad, sailors but boats, ships but boats, sailors but men. The man is notwithstanding sufficient.
This is Senor Antonio.
How like a fawning publican he looks. I hate him for he is a Christian, but more in low simplicity, he lends out money gratis and brings down the rate of usage here with us in Venice. Cursed be my tribe if I forgive him.
Shylock, do you hear?
I am debating of my present store.
Well, Shylock, shall we be beholden to you?
Senor Antonio, many a time and oft in the Rialto, you have rated me about my money and my usances. Still have I borne it with a patient shrug, for sufferance is the badge of all a tribe. You that did void your room upon my beard and foot me as you spurn your stranger cur over your threshold. Manis is your suit.
I am like to call thee so again, to spit on thee and to spurn on thee too. Lend the money to the enemy, and if we break, you better exact the penalty.
Kindness will I show. Go with me to a notary, seal me there a single bond, and in a merry sport, if you repay me not on such a day, let the forfeit be nominated for an equal pound of your flesh, to be cut off and taken in what part of your body pleaseth me.
I'll sign to such a bond, and say there is much kindness in the Jew.
Scene 3. Portia entrusts the management of her household to Lorenzo and pretends to live in Nerissa for a house of an order of nuns. She sends a messenger to Dr. Bellerio of Padua and tells Nerissa that they in disguise will follow their husbands to Venice.
Is Antonio here?
Ready, so please your grace.
I feel sorry for thee.
Thou art facing a stony adversary, an inhuman wretch, incapable of pity, void and empty of any drama of mercy.
I've heard that no lawful means can carry me out of his envy's reach.
Go one and call forth the Jew. Make way, for he may stand before our face. Shylock! The world thinks, and I think so too, that thou but lett'st this fashion of thy malice till the last hour of act, and then 'tis thought thou'lt show thy mercy and remorse, greater and stranger than is thy strange apparent cruelty.
I have possessed a grace of what you purpose, and by our holy Sabbath, I have sworn to have the due and forfeit of my bond. You'll ask me why I rather choose to have weight of carrion flesh than to receive 3,000 ducats. I'll not answer that, but say it is my humor. So can I give no reason, nor I will not, of a certain lodging and a certain loathing hate I bear Antonio.
Antonio and old Shylock both stand forth.
Is thy name Shylock? Yes. Of a strange nature does it follow. You stand within his danger, do you not?
So he says.
Do you confess the bond?
I do.
Then must the Jew be merciful?
On what compulsion must I?
The quality of mercy is not strained. It droppeth, as gentle as the rain from the heaven upon the place beneath. It is twice blessed. It blesses him that gives and him that takes. It becomes the throne monarch better than his crown. It is an attribute to the God himself, and earthly power doth then show like as God's when mercy ceases justice.
My deed upon my head, I crave the law, the penalty, and the forfeit of my bond.
Is he not able to discharge the money?
Yes, here I tender it for him in the court. Yeah, twice the sum. If that will not suffice, I'll be bound to pay 10 types or forfeit of my hands, my head, my heart. If that will not suffice, it must appear that my lies bears down truth. I beseech thee, rest once the Lord your authority to do a great right, do a little wrong, and curb this cruel devil of his will.
It must not be. There is no power in Venice can alter decree established.
A Daniel has come to judgment. O wise young judge, how do I honor thee?
I pray you to let me look upon the bond. Shylock, there is thrice thy money offered thee.
An oath and oath. I have an oath in heaven.
This bond is forfeit, and lawfully by this the Jew may claim a pound of flesh to be cut off nearest to the merchant's heart. Be merciful. Take thrice the money, bid me tear the bond.
I crave the penalty.
Why?
I beseech thee, court, to give the judgment.
Why? Then you must prepare your bosom for the knife.
I am prepared.
You, merchant, have you anything to say?
But a little. I am armed and well prepared. Give me your hand, Bassanio, and fare you well. Grieve not that I have fallen this for you. Commend me to your honorable wife, and say how I loved you, and speak me fair in death. When the tale is told, bid her be judged whether Bassanio had not once a love.
Antonio, I am married to a wife which is dear to me as life itself. But life itself, my wife, and all the world are not with me, esteemed above thy life. I would sacrifice them to this devil for you.
Your wife would give you a little thanks if she were to hear you make the offer.
We waste time, come.
Tarry a little. This bond doth give thee here no jot of blood. The words expressly a pound of flesh. Take then thy bond, but in the cutting of it, if thou sheds even one drop of Christian blood, thy lands and goods shall be confiscated up to Venice.
Oh, upright judge, Mark, Jew, and Daniel has come to judgment.
Is that the law?
As thou urgest justice, thou shalt have justice, more than thou desirest.
I take this offer then. Pay me the bond thrice and let the Christian go.
Here is the money.
Soft. The Jew shall have all justice. Soft, no haste. He shall have nothing but penalty.
A second Daniel. A Daniel, Jew.
Why doth the Jew pause? He shall have merely justice and his bond. Take thy forfeiture.
Give me my principal and let me. Give me my principal and let me go.
He had refused it in open court. He shall have merely justice and his bond.
A Daniel, still I say. A second Daniel. I thank thee, Jew, for teaching me that word.
Shall I not have barely my principal?
He shall have nothing but thy forfeiture in the peril.
Why then, the devil give him good of it?
Tarry, Jew, the law had yet another hold on you. By the laws of Venice, your wealth has been forfeited to the state for having conspired against the life of one of its citizens. Your life lies at the mercy of one of its citizens. Therefore, down on your knees, beg pardon.
I forgive thee before thou asks on the condition that he give half of his possessions to his daughter and become a Christian.
Art thou contented, Jew? What dost thou say?
I am content.
In Christianing, thou shalt have 2 godfathers. Had I been judge, thou shouldn't have had 10 more to bring thee to the gallows, not the fawn.
I, the Duke of Venice, having heard this case, declare it closed.
In court at Venice, Shylock demands that the terms of his bond be fulfilled. Portia enters as a doctor of laws with a letter of introduction from Dr. Bellerio. She saves Antonio by determining that the bond allows Shylock no more than a pound of Antonio's flesh and not a drop of his blood. She also finds Shylock guilty of plotting the death of a Venetian and subject to the penalty of forfeiting his estate and suffering execution.
That was truly a wonderful performance, and hats off to the Bard of Avon. Shakespeare certainly had this lighter side. He liked to put jokes in his plays, even in his tragedies. And he created few phrases that we even use till this day, such as melted into thin air,
Wild goose chase,
I haven't slept a wink,
and break the ice. And
if you're happy and clap your hands.
we hope you guys enjoyed this beautiful journey of Reader's Deck. Thank you for joining us, and thanks to all the teachers, principal and vice principal ma'am for cooperating with us. Parting is a sweet sorrow, and it's time to say goodbye, which originally comes from the meaning
English word, which is
God be with you. With that, it's Mrudula
and Tanuja
signing off. Wishing you all reflections on honor and loyalty until next time.